It has recently been brought to my attention that American doctors work up to 80 hours a week.
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted.
Now, as a weakling British doctor mollycoddled by the remnants of our affiliation to the EU, which sets optional limitations on our working hours, the prospect of working 7 days on the trot is criminal to me. But here I am.
Yes, I'm finishing on a 12-hour shift after 7 days working.
My first ever 7-day stretch as a doctor, and of course, it's in one of the most stressful specialties in the hospital.
I am a mere fetus in the womb of the NHS. The failed DIY fringe is back. There is an unpacked suitcase on the floor and a huge wad of post for me to open, which must mean one thing. I'm back from holiday, and not only am I back from holiday, it is changeover day. Now, changeover day, for any of you who are unfamiliar, this is the day every 4 months where junior doctors in the UK change their jobs. New systems, new rota, new people, new everything. And my life is a mess. My life is a mess. I have so much to do before I start work at 8. It is currently 6:30. And not only is my life a mess, I'm starting a new job today and I have so much to do, and we haven't even made it 7 AM yet. Oh no. I'm working for the next 7 days. But anyway, I'm gonna try and work through all this mountain of post and do a little bit of tidying, all before starting the working day at 8 AM. I got a W. It's got to be a good day.
I cannot believe I've made it onto my final rotation in my first year of being a doctor. I have moved from 4 months on psychiatry to 4 months in acute medicine. With all the adrenaline surrounding hospital medicine and being pretty busy, I noticed that my oral intake really takes a hit. So eating breakfast every day is a non-negotiable for me, and I normally start the day with eggs on toast because it's quick and gives me a solid serving of protein, fats and carbs to get me through a day of running around on my feet. Then I made myself a coffee to take into work in my Chili's mug, and we are ready to go.
Day 1 of acute medicine. Let's go. Cheers. Hello friends. Let me take you on the journey of my first day back in a physical health hospital. If you're new here, I was on psychiatry for my last rotation. I loved psychiatry. Psychiatry could be very stressful at times. However, psychiatry is a different pace to physical health hospitals in general, and especially the acute medical unit of physical health hospitals. That's a different pace entirely. Today was my first day on said acute medical unit, and it went as follows. Started off, I got that nice buzz. Physical health hospitals have a very unique energy, and not in a good way. A lot of the times that is because a lot of people there are having a very serious life event that is probably not a happy one, unless maybe you're having a baby. But there's obviously like an element of excitement attached to that, or like buzz, a weird buzz, but a buzz. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I've missed this. And also we were really well staffed because on the first day, no one's taken annual leave and no one's sick. I had hardly any patients. I was sharing them with the registrar. It was calm. Then it gets to 4 PM. Today I was staying till 6. So everyone hands over their jobs that they've got for me. It's still calm, it's all fine. Then just, I would say, in the last hour, it was just one thing after another, after another. And now I'm very tired. Very tired. Day 1! Woohoo!
This evening we got one of the at-home pasta evangelists kits for dinner. My boyfriend did this as one of our monthly date nights a few months ago and has continued the subscription because they've just been so quick and easy and tasty, but it feels a little bit more special than just cooking a pasta yourself, and the focaccia is phenomenal.
He's like Christmas Day.
I'm very guilty of being a shell of a woman when I return home from work and needing a couple of hours to defrost before I'm remotely enjoyable company, but I think cooking together is such a low maintenance after work quality time that maybe helps me defrost a little bit quicker. We got mac and cheese and arrabbiata, which, by the way, I never knew what arrabbiata meant.
Was anyone else aware of what arrabbiata means in Italian? Because Dylan just told me. Dylan, tell me what arrabbiata means.
Angry.
Angry!
I then got to work on the mountain of laundry I had to get through post-holiday before adding the finishing touches to our pasta, plating it up and perching ourselves firmly in front of Netflix. Every single vlog I film, I say how I'm not going to eat my dinner in front of the TV anymore and how bad of a habit it is. Yet here I am once again, hooked on another series, eating dinner in front of the TV. If you have not watched Three Body Problem yet, wow, I think it is one of the best series I've watched in a long time, and I think it's a worthy champion against my intention for mindful eating. Then it was time for bed, one day down, only 6 to go. Since starting work as a doctor, I have one golden rule. If I expect something to get done, it has to be done before work. Not only am I a shell of a woman when I get home, but I should be allowed to be a shell of a woman without feeling any guilt. Hence, any social media stuff gets done before 6 a.m. I try and use this time at my desk to also focus on getting my water intake in before I inevitably give myself a kidney injury by not drinking for my entire shift. I also really struggle to keep on top of my cleaning, so I aim to start the day with a blitz spray and tidy of the kitchen before making myself my daily green smoothie. The recipe varies from day to day in order to use up what I have and minimise food waste, but it almost always includes Greek yoghurt, courgette and my green powder. My smoothie is hands down one of the highlights of my day, and bringing it to my desk definitely makes my early morning productive hours before work a little bit easier. Once I had my trusty black Americano in my Chili's mug, I was ready to go. Day number 2 of my 7-day working week. Cheers! Good afternoon, campers. How are we feeling today? I am feeling like a shell of a woman, let me tell you that. I'm exhausted. I've forgotten how tiring this is. What's in this pocket? A mask. Okay, let me put these in the wash and then I will be right back with you in approximately 2 minutes for a debrief. I do really enjoy my job, and whilst I'm there the adrenaline's flowing, but it's when I get home it catches up on me and I hibernate in my pyjamas. I'm so excited for dinner. And become non-verbal for approximately 4 hours. Working 8 till 4 and being in my pyjamas before 5 p.m. is a huge slay. However, this is my first sip of water since 7:30 this morning. That is my own fault, but I was having to deal with more important things. And yes, working 8 till 4 is a huge slay. I think I had 10 minutes where I grabbed a slice of pizza, scoffed it, and then I had to go straight back. I didn't wee all day. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dylan. That is phenomenal. That is beefed up. What a dinner! Homemade chips that Dill's made, tender stem brock, and then just the, did you say Tesco?
Yeah.
Tesco own brand vegan chicken. To say division of labour in our small household is not very equal at the moment, because when I come home I just want to be babied after girl bossing a little bit too hard and ended up as a doctor. So I'm eternally grateful for all the cooking my boyfriend does, especially because he is way better at cooking than me, and my monthly spend on Deliveroo would be dramatically increased if he wasn't there to provide nourishing home cooked meals when I finish work. After scoffing my tasty grub, the inevitable struck.
I spilled Paradise on my pyjamas.
I say inevitable because I don't think there is a single item of clothing I own I haven't spilled food down at one point or another. Then my boyfriend had some more work to do, which forced me to peel myself off the sofa to avoid accidentally on purpose getting ahead on Three Body Problem without him, and do something mildly productive before the wait was over. I've been waiting for Dylan to finish work all night so we could finish this episode of Three Bodies. I'm so excited. But it's 9:10. My bedtime is 9. So we're just going to finish the episode and then I'm going to get straight into bed. I'm feeling quite sleepy, but
also want a snack, and I just know if I eat Easter egg chocolate now, I'm going to be bouncing off the walls in half an hour, and I'm not going to want to go to bed, and I'm really sleepy now, and I'm just going to undo all the sleepiness. But also, it's been a rough day, and maybe Easter egg chocolate is what I need for my rough day.
Something that revolutionised my relationship with food after having disordered eating is having an add rather than subtract mindset. What that means is, okay, I'm craving Easter egg chocolate, but maybe let's add some more nutritious elements to satisfy the craving. I'm sure you won't be shocked to discover I did end up having Easter egg chocolate, but I added apples for fibre and Greek yoghurt for protein. Then it was time for bed, 2 days down, 5 to go. If it looks like Groundhog Day, that's because my life is Groundhog Day. I realised very early on that if I was going to be working full-time as a doctor and continue posting silly little videos on the internet, my life would have to run like a well-oiled machine. It is more clockwork than a geriatric patient on 5 different types of laxatives. I always start my day with a brain dump to get all my thoughts out of my head onto paper to relieve stress and help me prioritise tasks that desperately need completing before I go into work and drop off the face of the earth for 9 hours, followed by forage for any scraps of fruit or veg to shove in a blender in an attempt to negate the negative effects of surviving on a single slice of pizza for an entire day at work. Something is better than nothing, am I right?
Things I love about berries: high in antioxidants. Things I hate about berries: they ruin the colour of my smoothie. This looks horrendous, but so good.
I'm not just a coffee girl. Oh no. I'm a black Americano, 5 shots of espresso, no sugar or sweetener, hardcore. My kidneys are actually coffee beans and my urine is dark brown, girl. That's a lie. Please go see your doctor if your urine is dark brown. But as much as I am coffee ride or die, matcha does have a slower caffeine release and has lots of other benefits, so I do like to mix it up every once in a while.
So if there's one thing about me, I will always impulse buy lots and lots of things that I do not need. And one of those things, which arguably I would say that I need, is a matcha set. And I haven't actually had a chance to use it because every single time I have been running late for work. But I feel like whenever I make my matcha, I don't do it with a sieve, I don't do it with the little whisk, I do it with the electric whisk, but it always ends up a little bit bitty. So, please excuse the mess in the background. I'm gonna have some matcha instead of coffee today. I don't know what this does.
If anyone has any advice or how-to tutorials on how to actually use a matcha set, I would be eternally grateful.
Hot. Okay, wonderful. Guys, something I really do miss from psychiatry is being able to sit at my desk with my coffee and enjoy my first coffee for like the first hour that I'm in work. No. When I get to work at 8, I'm on my feet for the next 4 hours. So I drink this in the car. Day 3, we're getting it done. We're almost halfway there. Cheers.
I think that is something I do struggle with a lot in hospital. I may be in the X Factor over 25s category, but I am young. So tell me why being on my feet all day makes me want to lie down for 70 years. But in all seriousness, life as a junior doctor in the UK is constantly chasing. And a really huge part of our job is booking scans for patients and constantly calling radiology to try get a slot. So tell me why I was today years old when I discovered that I could just walk up to the department and book them face to face. So now I've started doing everything face to face just to make sure that they get done, which is amazing for my step count. But hard to believe that this is what life is like as a doctor in 2024, and pacing around the hospital does seem like a small waste of the 250 grand of medical education. Chef Boyfriend strikes again with a personal post-work favourite and crowd pleaser, prawn fajitas. Chef Boyfriend is also very good at encouraging post-work oral intake to minimise risk of kidney damage. It was Friday evening and Dill was going out for a friend's birthday, so once again I was prohibited from watching episodes of 3 Body Problems that I would be ahead, so I had no other option than to spend my wild Friday night in front of my laptop. Now, if there's one thing that has an 100% success rate of motivating me to be productive, it's a hot beverage. Now, I have a clear boundary when it comes to caffeine after 12. It's a no-go zone unless I want to be staring at the ceiling until 3 a.m. But a peppermint tea at my desk is the perfect way to get me through a couple of tasks before it's time for bed. 3 days down, 4 to go.
Hello vlog, it is actually Saturday afternoon because I did not vlog this morning. Last night was Friday night. Dill went out and then Dill's friend stayed in the sofa, so I couldn't vlog this morning. And I'm back, and I'm really sorry if this is a really shoddy vlog, because I feel like when I'm tired, the first thing that disappears is verbal communication. And I'm very tired. Will this laundry ever get put away? Who knows?
Something I think is really rude and I struggle with a lot about adult life is the expectation to work full-time and still engage in domestic chores. In terms of division of labour, laundry is supposed to be my job and I do a great job at loading the laundry, but I'm not so great at putting it away. Most of the time I do just pick my clothes straight off the laundry rack to avoid putting it away altogether. These scrubs are the Code Next scrub bodysuit, which is controversial, but personally, as a short girl who always feels like a plank of wood in most scrubs, I love. Day 5, guys! Day 5, day 5. Cheers! This is a video I filmed for my Instagram stories. If you aren't following over there, then come and join the fun. My art is literally just my name, Fayebate, but I basically had a small accident. I have a habit of keeping a small sugary snack, normally a Tony's chocolate bar, in my pocket during my shifts for 2 reasons. 1, in case I'm too busy or forget to eat, or 2, a sweet treat for being a hardworking girly to motivate me through. But Britain decided summer had come early and the hospital was absolutely roasting, hence the melted Tony. Guys, look at the sun. The sun is setting. It is not summer, but the sun is setting. They're calling again, man. We're coming now. My brother's coming around for dinner with his girlfriend that I have not met, so I probably won't be vlogging that much. I might vlog our food. Yeah. I try not to go on my phone within the first hour of waking up, but this morning I had to make an exception for Miss Megan Short's podcast episode I'd been a guest on. We spoke all about my entire journey into being a doctor, and it was probably the most honest and thorough account I've ever given. So I will link below if you would like to listen, because I really enjoyed whilst I fueled my day ahead with eggs on toast. Guys, today I struggled to get out of bed. Let me tell you, it was not a 5 a.m. start this morning, but I kind of was lying in bed and I thought, right, protect your peace, Faye. You've got 2 days left. This isn't a day where you need to feel disciplined. This is a day that you got to get through. And tomorrow's a 12-hour shift. So yes, I'm finishing on a 12-hour shift after 7 days working. So I'm just in this place where we are keeping energy in the tank. We're not burning ourselves out. I feel good, but the reason I feel good is because I didn't get up and I didn't do any work this morning. I'm not going to do any work this evening. And I'm going to get through tomorrow and it's going to be okay. But we've got to be very careful about where we put our energy right now. My mug is in my car, but cheers. Day 6. Tell you what. So day 6 on the trot, I don't know if I'm delirious or if I'm actually doing okay. That being said, I've got a 12-hour shift tomorrow. We're finishing strong, team. Finishing strong. Ugh. Ugh. Dill made my favourite dinner. As if the day could not get any better when I've only got 1 more day of work left. I've got chili! Woohoo! So tomorrow is the final day. Would you believe it? I did not think I'd last this long, to be honest with you guys. And I don't want to burn myself out, but I do want to try and get a little bit of editing for this vlog up. So I'm just going to do a smidge and then I'm going to have a nice early night and read my book. I have a peppermint tea, a small forest, and we're just going to have a nice, easy evening of work. If you're not familiar with Forest, as an ADHD girly, I basically owe Forest my entire medical degree. Forest is basically an app where you set a timer and plant a virtual tree, but if you go on your phone, within the timer the tree withers and dies. Now, as you can imagine, the thought of an imaginary tree dying just isn't enough of a deterrent for some people, understandably, but it is for me. Hence, it keeps me off my phone and doing the stuff that needs to get done. Then it was time for bed. 6 days down, 1 to go. Last day, baby! Last day! Morning smoothie without a mouldy banana, please, to get me through my final day. Smoothie ingredients improvised as usual to use up any produce I've got in the fridge. Today was spinach, a non-mouldy banana, Greek yogurt, AG1 powder and frozen tropical fruits. I drank my smoothie whilst reviewing a YouTube video about work-life balance that I will link below. For my last day, I was on ward cover, which basically means I work a normal day on the ward from 8 AM to 4 PM. Then at 4, the doctors going home will hand over any jobs that they didn't get a chance to do during the day or any results that hadn't come back for me to chase up. I could also get bleeped about a sick patient in that time until my shift ends and I hand over to the night team. Last day, my friends. We have made it. I cannot believe we are here and I will see you in 12 hours. Cheers! Guys, I did it! I did it! I did it! I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. That is my first 7 days on the trot. And, touch wood, I don't feel like a broken woman. And actually, interestingly, I actually had quite a good day at work today. Over the past 7 days, I think there's only been maybe like 2 days where I've come home and I've just felt really deflated. Every other day, I've actually come home feeling pretty good. Obviously, there's so many other factors to consider. Mainly that my hospital's a really nice hospital, everyone's really friendly. And dare I say, I'm enjoying my new rotation. And see guys, this is why I can't pick a specialty, because everything I do, I enjoy it. However, I feel like the transition period hasn't been as bad. I do think I have the best job in the world. And I do really enjoy it, most of the time. When people aren't dying. Hey guys, it's the next day. I'm not in work today. But I felt like this vlog needed a little bit of an epilogue on why this week wasn't actually that bad. And I was just explaining it to Dylan and I just thought, do you know what, this is good for the vlog. Now, I don't necessarily agree with the term junior doctor, because junior doctor in the UK means any doctor in the UK who isn't a consultant or a GP. To become a GP, that is 5 years after medical school, and to become a consultant, that is minimum of 10 years after medical school. So why in the NHS we call people who have a decade of medical experience junior, I will not understand. Actually, I do completely understand, because infantilising these people justifies paying them less. However, I am in the first year of my life as a doctor. I completely deserve the title junior. As I said on my Instagram stories the other day, I am a mere fetus in the womb of the NHS. I am a junior doctor. Right, that's gonna start frying and we're in the audio. Oh my God. Never a dull moment. But as a very, very, very junior doctor, what hands down makes the biggest experience in the days that I really enjoy versus the days that I don't is the seniors that I work with. And I'm not saying exclusively consultants, just doctors who are more senior to me, aka basically all the doctors in the hospital. Because yesterday I had a really, really, really good day, and really hope this doctor never watches this video. The doctor that I worked with yesterday, I just think she's the coolest person ever. I genuinely think she's the best doctor I've worked with ever, including consultants.
And I've worked with her a couple of times, so it's not just based on yesterday, but she's so thorough, she takes so much time with patients. She's so like comforting. The type of person that you would want as your doctor slash your mum, your grandparents, but also like knows her shit. Another doctor that I worked with on the weekend as well gave me some teaching. So it's just been a not that bad week. And I think the point that I wanted to get across, not so succinctly, is that if you're a senior and your juniors don't say it to you enough, they almost certainly appreciate it when you're a good senior to them. And if you're a junior and your seniors have been really good, then maybe tell them. Yeah.